back to another episode of the Desk Break. We here on Hybrid Desktop. Free hands. With the glitches. Don't forget the glitches. Anyways, Lou Rossmann has come back. He was on the hiatus for about 2 months. And he actually made an ultimate guide to an open source life. This is making me miss my LG stuff so bad where, you know, if you had a phone that can kind of do it all with legacy systems, and I looked at some of this guide, and you might need a phone that can kind of, you know, go backwards, you know, pre-2020, if need be, to use some of this stuff. He did use it with a Pixel, but I'm going to let him do more to talking. I'm just going to give you a preface that you literally can live a open source lifestyle. You don't have to be subject to Google's terms and agreements or Apple's for that matter, or anyone's. In the guide, he shows you how to make your own KVM, essentially, so you can have open networking systems, VPNs, connect to your data via your private tunneling, and never have to use any paid subscription, really, if you don't want to. This guy is a real good advocate for this stuff, but I think I've said enough. Let's go ahead and play him, and I will mute myself. Here we go.
Lovely day. Today, I'm going to show you the guide. I've been talking about this for 2 years, and you guys have been asking me to create it for 2 years. I talk about open source software. I talk about using software from companies that don't abuse you, but it's very difficult because the more you go down the rabbit hole of using software from companies that don't abuse you, the more you realize why we are willing to accept abuse, because there is abuse as in a company stealing your data and constantly taking away what you own, and then there's abuse as in trying to get Linux software to work properly. They're different types of abuse, but they can both be seen as abuse. So I've made this guide and I posted it elsewhere. I posted this on my community page, Discord, everything else, but from the comments, it's very obvious that a lot of people haven't found it. So here is the dedicated video to it. You can find the video, I'll link it down below. Over here, Fudo's Guide to a Self-Managed Life Part 1 and Fudo's Guide to a Self-Managed Life Part 2. And yes, this is over 13 hours. For those that do not want to watch a video, you have a wiki entry here with a very, very detailed table of contents. When we're talking about making things easy, I have pictures for everything. We have code blocks for the stuff that you need to use, not just telling you exactly what it is that you need to type, but also why we're typing these commands and what they do. When telling you how to pick out hardware, we are trying to keep it lighthearted and funny over here. And as you can see from this little bar on the right and the size of the text, that if I hit page down, that's a lot of guide. Yeah, this is why I took off the entire month of October and November from doing YouTube videos.
So there you have it. You could literally live, well, I'm not going to say rent-free, but freer than what you are. I mean, look, these services, I get it. Not everyone's going to do this. Just like how he said. It might be an inconvenience for most, but there is a way out. If you really are adamant about, I don't want people seeing what's on my phone, it is my device, I gave you money for it, and then that should have been in of it. Why are you still up in it? And quite frankly, I'm going to go be searching for a phone outside of my Samsung, because I don't think Samsung even lets Fudo applications work. Before my V60 kicked the bucket, I was able to use some of this Fudo stuff that he's presented, like to Fudo Voice. It really works. It works better than Google Assistant. Obviously, I'm on a desktop, so I can't give you a live sample. But if your phone is compatible and it's not a newer Samsung, I think it started in the S23s, but you don't have to have your data or your voice or anything captured with these companies anymore. Like you said, he made a 13-hour video. God bless him. I mean, geez, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I didn't even finish my AI video just because of work. But this is something that I am seriously considering. If I can find a device that's competent enough to run this, and I don't have to pay subscriptions to certain softwares to just get visuals and access to my data, why? It's money saved. You know it's connected because you did it yourself. But anyways, like you said, it's not going to be for everybody. I just wanted to show this because this came across my desk as well when I was, taken off for a little bit. And look, 13 hour and 28-minute presentation by Fudo. And it's everything you need to get started. You don't have to do it all in the day. You can just take your time and build it out. And then next thing you know, your digital footprint is actually yours. You're not going to get sold some ads that you don't even care about, nor can you block. Go with that being said, let me know what y'all think in the comments below, tech heads. Is this something that you would actually want to pursue? Is it something that even piques your interest? If it does, you know, swing on by. These are the websites. I think Hyper will let me put most of this in a description, but if not, head on over to the YouTube page, hit the subscribe button. Also, go over to Lou Rossmann's page. You saw what the handle was. Do your own due diligence. That's all. And with that, tech heads, I'm out. Until the next desk break. Stay safe out there. Bye.